A couple of months ago, I uploaded my men's fashion trends for 2025 video. Now, if you haven't seen it, here's a quick summary of it. Son of a... Yeah, that's pretty much it. Basically, a rehashing of trends from the last couple of years. I said in that video that the big designer houses are stuck in a rut, and they need to come up with something new. It would take a designer of considerable vision and talent to be able to take these rehashed trends and thread the needle along with classic concepts to create something really noteworthy. Earlier this month, on March 3rd in Paris, Tom Ford was featured during Paris Fashion Week. This was particularly special, as it marked the debut of Haider Ackermann as the new creative director for the brand. Ackermann has previously designed for such houses as Dior and Berluti, in addition to his own brand. Now that the man, Tom Ford himself, has stepped down as the creative director of his brand, he handpicked Haider Ackermann to take that role. A lot was riding on the reception of this show. It has been said by some experts in the field that Ackermann's inaugural collection for Tom Ford was nothing short of a masterclass in blending the brand's iconic sensuality with his own modern signature touch. The runway was graced with ultra-high-cut gowns in butter yellow and pool blue, paired with oversized bangles and skinny neon suiting that really harkened back to the high-octane, sexy glamour for which Tom Ford is renowned. And it seems Tom Ford himself was pleased with the results, giving Ackermann an enthusiastic hug at the end of the show. It's about as much of it as an endorsement as you're going to get from Tom Ford. But let's focus on the menswear elements. Ackermann showcased a series of bone-tight, tailored suits, reminiscent of 80s Wall Street power dressing, yet still infused with a modern flair. I especially love the silhouette the jacket is meant to give. I'm still not sold on the latest trends of baggier trousers, but this is Ackermann's way of adding some modern elements to the suit while still giving the middle finger to the idea by keeping this tight tailoring on the jackets. Notice also his use of pinstripes, which is trending this year. The use of rich fabrics and meticulous tailoring was evident throughout, bringing a fresh perspective to traditional menswear. Also, I wanted to point out this guy. It is truly refreshing to see a true gray fox on the runway instead of exclusively skinny kids in their 20s. This gentleman's name is Alfredo Ramirez. He's a model who's walked for Suede and Zegna and Ziggy Chen. And also he's an artist who lives in Milan. I reached out to him after the show, and he graciously answered back. He seems like a pretty cool guy. You should follow him on Instagram. For gray foxes or men over 40 looking to elevate their style, this collection offers really some valuable insights. The emphasis on sharp tailoring ensures a flattering silhouette, while the incorporation of color, whether through a statement piece or subtle accents, it can add a modern touch without compromising sophistication. Oftentimes, bridging that gap between haute couture fashion and everyday wear for us, the common man, is not a direct line. Haute couture fashion focus on purely artistic elements, while that goes through several layers of dilution before it becomes something that you would consider wearing on date night. But that's my job. And Ackermann is making my job a lot easier. Haider Ackermann's debut for Tom Ford successfully bridges the brand's illustrious past with a forward-thinking vision, threading that needle that I was talking about earlier. This collection serves as a testament to the enduring appeal of well-executed design, and it offers inspiration for those of us who are seeking to refine our personal style. The whole purpose for this channel. Okay, so Haider Ackermann nailed it in Paris. What does that mean to us? As I mentioned before, haute couture fashion is an art form and doesn't necessarily translate directly to everyday wear, but we can draw inspiration from it. Using this, we can stay stylish and age appropriate, and hopefully not break the bank doing so. Right now, let's take a look at a few items from the Tom Ford 2025 collection. Let's see how stylists have paired these items with the overall outfit. And then we can discuss how maybe we can make subtle changes to make them more appropriate for gray foxes like us. And remember, it's not about dressing your age. It's about dressing to your strengths. Tom Ford 2025 collection item number 1. First up, let's look at this amazing camel suede trench coat. I saw this in the collection and was immediately drawn to it. Look at how gorgeous this thing is. Unfortunately, the only outfit that the Tom Ford website features this item is a blurry shot of some kid wearing it while jumping on a bed. Hey, Tom Ford marketing guy, if you're trying to seduce me into buying this trench, this isn't doing it. If you want me to invest $18,990 for this, you need to inspire me better than that. Now, maybe you are that guy who can afford to drop 20 grand for a trench. Brother, that ain't me. But I do love that look. And if you're like me and 99% of the rest of the population, then perhaps we can settle for something more like this trench from Banana Republic. Here at Poshmark.com, Marcel Flores is selling one for $440, while it normally retails for $999. I can't speak to the difference in quality between these two items, but it sure seems like a viable and affordable option if you want to recreate this style. Tom Ford 2025 collection, item number 2. Here we have a leather Harrington jacket. Now, Harringtons are usually made of a waterproof canvas or a cotton blend material. This is an upscale version of that, using this vanilla beige grain leather. The outfit that features this is a mix of convention-defying items. Now, let's dive in. This young man is wearing that beautiful Harrington over a dark gray Henley, over a scoop neck white t-shirt. Down south, he's wearing some pinstriped wool trousers. For footwear, he's wearing a pair of athletic tennis shoes. His visible accessories include a pair of broad lens brown sunglasses. Well, there's a lot to take in here. I said convention defying because looking at color scheme, he has this beigey brown thing going on with the sunglasses and the jacket, but then a little dissonance is thrown in with that dark gray Henley and the trousers. In regards to formality, the Henley and the tennis shoes are screaming out casual, but then the pinstripe wool trousers seem to feel a little more at home with a business suit. Do you see what I mean? The stylist is being deliberate in these contrasts, and if you're attending some cocktail party somewhere where money is being thrown around and this type of look is expected, well, then you can get away with it. For the rest of us slobs, mixing levels of formality like this is discouraged. Less than 5% of the population can have an appreciation for this. For the other 95%, it just looks like a mistake. The contrasting color schemes, you can get away with that if your personality is strong enough. If you wanted to mimic this look as a gray fox, I would recommend swapping out the scoop neck for a crew neck tee or no tee at all. Swap the trousers for some gray cotton chinos. And how about some black Chelsea boots instead of the tennis shoes? That would give a cool Steve McQueen vibe to this look. If you want this jacket, it will set you back a clean $7,290. I went on a mad hunt trying to find an alternative. I'm sure there's one out there somewhere, but the closest I could find was this black leather Harrington for $836.50. Well, I do love that vanilla beige, though. Tom Ford 2025 collection item number 3. For item 3, we have this suede outer shirt. I've also heard of these as being referred to as a shacket because it's a hybrid of a shirt and a jacket. It's a thin, lightweight jacket-like thing where a jacket would be too heavy, but you still want something for layering. This gentleman is wearing that slate blue outer shirt over a V-neck white tee. Downstairs, he's wearing some simple blue denim jeans. For footwear, he's wearing some great brown moccasins. Accessories include those same brown sunglasses we saw earlier, and a brown leather belt. There's a lot to love about this simple, casual outfit. I love the color scheme. The perfect establishment of proportions with the brown sunglasses, belt, and mocks. The jeans are just a little distressed, which is okay. Usually I prefer the darker indigo jeans for our age group, but the lighter shades are okay too. Also, not a fan of pinrolling my jeans, but you can get away with it. This guy is like 20. You could be 60 and look good wearing this outfit too. This outer shirt can be yours for the low, low price of $6,790. Or you can maybe settle for this one from Nordstrom. It's a deep navy, but there may be some other colors available by now. This one goes for around $200. Tom Ford 2025 collection item number 4. In my men's fashion trends for 2025 video, I mentioned the color of the year, which is Mocha mousse. Beautiful color. That color is all over the Tom Ford 2025 collection, including this cardigan. But we're going to talk about this Henley instead. They call it a wool silk polo because of the collar, but it's very Henley-esque. This guy is wearing this lovely Mocha mousse Henley polo hybrid without any layering. For pants, he's wearing some white cotton chinos. Footwear are a pair of minimalist white sneakers. Accessories are only brown sunglasses and a brown leather belt. No watch, no bracelets or cuffs. Simple, straightforward, clean, minimalist outfit. You don't have to change a thing about this. But if you do have some reservations about wearing white pants, maybe switch those out for some stone chinos. By the way, if you are a gray fox or a stylish man over 40 and you don't own any minimalist white sneakers yet, this is your sign. This item can be bought on the Tom Ford website for a mere $1,690. Or maybe you could choose to go with this alternative from Quince. It's cashmere and only $99.90. Tom Ford 2025 collection item number 5. Flannel shirts have been in style for over 5 years now, and I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. So let's see how the fine folks over at Tom Ford style this thing. They have this guy going for the urban cowboy look. I am 92% sure this young man has never baled hay in his life, or picked rock, or broke a horse. But that aside, he's wearing this flannel shirt. They call it a Western shirt, and the peaked pocket flaps bring that home. For pants, he's wearing some dark indigo jeans with minimal distressing. Footwear are a pair of deep brown cap-toe boots. The only visible accessory is this thick brown leather belt with slightly exaggerated buckle, just in case you were wondering if he's a real cowboy. Look, I don't mean to make fun of the kid. I grew up in the middle of farmland, Minnesota. Seeing this look on the Tom Ford website really brings me back to the 80s when pretty much every guy was wearing this or something like it in high school. Well, minus the cap-toe boots, that is. Look, if this is your vibe, you can wear this outfit at just about any age. If you're heading out to Moonshine Flats right here in San Diego, you'd fit right in. But to nail this look, you'd have to shell out $950 for this shirt. Or you could rock this utility shirt from Huckberry for $138 instead. Your call. So in summary, Haider Ackermann is a friggin' rock star. Expect much more out of that guy in the near future. He's going to be one of the biggest players in regards to the direction of men's fashion for the next decade at least. The Tom Ford brand features exceptionally high-quality menswear that pushes the boundaries of what is considered stylish, yet still with a firm grip on classical design elements. Love that. And I don't know about you, that's right where I want to live. Gentlemen, thanks for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would ever so gently depress that like button on your way out the door and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You are welcome here. Now from here, you can click right here where you can watch that 2025 fashion trends video that we've been talking about all this video. Take care, fellas, and I'll see you over there.